Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again time, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
50, 19, 56. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, he'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he's going to lose yardage. He'll be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And the play of this offensive line is going to tell a big story. And right now, if you're a fan of this team, you're loving the story that they are telling. They've already created some holes in the running game on this opening drive, and they're going to need to keep it up for these guys to have a big chance at victory.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he finds Taylor, complete. And some space here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 36, Watson to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter. Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, here's Watson. Ebron caught left side. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we
on their positioning, where you are on the field. The umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Going, that's caught inside the 20. A gain of 37.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
From the red zone now, Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down, it's Jacobs, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Brings up 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Carr to throw on second down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Watson on 3rd down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Switch. Check 26, check 26.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Switch. 93. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, tight right.
Watson now to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was net due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down, it's Jacobs. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
51's the mic, boys. Right down. Know your job.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is caught at the end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, shedding the tackle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got Fuller. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. on third down. Watson. And Robinson with a big catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the 50, it's Watson. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down now, it's Sanders. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and say...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
And he'll take this one. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Like round 80! Right here, right here. Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Switch.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's blocked down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? 5-10. Mike 5-2. Hey, Haywood. Right here.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check three.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Man, I got you. Shoot.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Well, they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just get
rush coming, and he's taken down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check nickel.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that should be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. He's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. He's going to keep it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready up. 149. I got you. I got you. Hey, check 24. 124. Shoot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Motion, motion, motion.
Singletary to get the drive started. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Round 80. 52. 52's the mic. Pass 85. Pass 85. 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On play action, Allen. And this one complete to Burnett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
They run here with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Deontay Burnett there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find Harris, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Flare.
They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Come on now, let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll look to throw here. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 4, check 4. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Redraw quarters. On the ball.
2nd and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
General West. 49, check 49, check 49. Check. Tighten up.
Balaj. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Check it back.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line. Come on, set. 30 base. 58 right there. Hey, tight. Deuce. Leo. Pilot, 64. Wait. Watch the ship. Get it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to fire one deep over them, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 1 quarter remains for the FC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Go! 10 shoots up. Crystal,
now Balaj. And an alley to run. A big play there for the Dolphins. Give him 52 yards on the ground. And, Charles, I'm just remembering back to the first half when they went for it on 4th, had the opportunity for 3, and they didn't get it.
I like when you remember. I love that.
It's rare.
Yeah, you know, but we did talk about this potential situation, right? Their decision to pass up the field goal there changes their thinking on this drive.
Yeah, if they kick that field goal, they'd have the lead. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 13-yard line. On the set. 49's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
2nd and 13. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Singletary. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. He won't go down. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Allen. Looking in zone for Jones. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Let's put that team on the clock.
On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there, a big one. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a run with Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. He's going to sling this deep down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
The end result, 21 yards. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit?
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Hey, Zoo! 97's the mic, 97's the mic. I'll get him!
Allen to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Here we go.
Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Protein spill.
They will run with Singletary. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Motion, motion, I got one.
Here's Singletary. Oh, good move. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Blue down, blue down. Pass. 97's the Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Rip left. 97's the mic, 97's the mic. Go, go, go.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Allen now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Slam. Regular.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
52, by 52. I got him. On me. No. Check that. Pass 85. Bound to lose one. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Hey, Charlie. Check 50.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rush in. Watch the twist. Motion. 97's the mic. Check. Hey, check 24. No. Off.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's caught. Jones. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
You got three. Three down. 97's the mic.
Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and the Bills have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Get ready. Get ready. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. He's picked off at his own 47. Parker unable to get that one. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work?
Down! 180! That's it! Monday, down! 185! Let's say hot, hot, hot! White down! Blue 80! Let's say hot, hot, hot! Down! 180! Blue 80! That's it! Down! 180! 180, we're good! That's it!
All right, you've got one shot left. We are going for gold.
All right, man, let's go. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Championship teams have one thing in common. Great practice habits. Today was a great practice. And if we do that every day, there's no reason.
Down! You 180! That's it! Monday, down! 180! That's it! White down! 185! Let's say hot, hot, hot! Get down, get down! Down! Blue 80! What's up? Down! 180! That's it! Down! 180! Let's say hot, hot, hot! Down! Blue 80! Let's say hot, hot, hot! Down! 180! Blue 80! What's up? Monday, down! You 180! What's up? White down! 180! What's up? Down! 185! That's up! Get set! Down! 180! That's up! Down! Blue 80! Let's say hot, hot, hot!
Give me some Ingram. It's a coach. You're immersed in the...
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. Broken tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Check three.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, They're happy as well. Big-time game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Yates. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 31, Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. 3rd down here. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They do go for it. It's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by... So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunky yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Switch. OP. Check three. Watch the edge. White Monday down.
Throwing his car on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Greer on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Yates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Greer now, 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. On 1st and 10, Greer. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Shoot.
On first down, it's Greer. Wide open receiver, complete. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
First down, Greer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Greer on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a first down throw. Greer nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on second and long. Greer. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, here's Greer. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense making.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the 50, here's Greer. And that will be incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Greer. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Greer able to shake him off. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
26.
On play action, Greer to throw it.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Greer. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 24. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
On 1st and 10, Greer going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Back to throw, Greer. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
You draw horses. 5.
To the air again, Greer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Greer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Everybody scoot up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Able to find his man, John Phillips. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Ingram again. And an alley to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Matt.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Undercut.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Texans.
Check.
They'll run with Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. From just shy of midfield, Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Watson on third down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Boy, did they ever. And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't it?
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Josh Jacobs. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
51, Mike 51. Don't get nervous. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st down, Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watson now to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now a first down throw. Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Throwing on third down, Watson. And Sanders has got it complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On first down, Richard. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Throwing his car on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Ebron caught left side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. They go back to the ground with Sanders. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here we go.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more active.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
It's right. You better break. Left right. You better break. Alert flare. Alert flare. You're mine.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Texans.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Check back. Watch time.
Now on 2nd and 16. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Josh Morrow in there to drop him in sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. He finds Hopkins complete. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They go to Johnson again. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield. and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So out come the Raiders. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently. Truth be told.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jakeem Grant, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Watson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back to throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty good.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders, they'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try to run for it with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
Monday. down. 180.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores.
And this is